Hey, I'm Joe. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, we've got stuff to do. We've always got stuff to do. First of which is changing this armor back, I think. People kind of explained in the comments that it's more geared towards kind of sorcerers or maybe even will would be better using it, I think. The charisma modifier is just like the plus, I think. The +3, the +6, something like that anyway, but I do want to give him his armor back anyway. It looks a bit weird on him. I might give it to Will actually, see what he's like with it, because he is a charisma based spellcaster, so I think that sounds like a good idea. So we're going to start by doing a long rest, I think, and then we'll get Minthara out, and then we'll, I guess, kill the guys in here as well. We might as well, and the guys out by the docks as well, I think, so I want to make sure I'm not missing any cutscenes or anything by not long resting. Gale's mirror image. Wait, what? Oh. Why have you got your loot? Whatever it is out.
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep. He wishes to extend you an invitation for a private conversation in a more suitable locale.
Very well. Show me the way.
Gladly. Simply follow yonder path, and soon you will find him.
I've got the absolute outfit on. Why is it happening? Oh, stay calm.
I love this time of night. There's an almost reverent silence that accompanies the peak of darkness, when you'd almost believe the dawn will never break. The cradle of eternity. The timelessness of lovers. That most beautiful of fantasies.
It's breathtaking, Gale. Is this starry sky you're doing?
Indeed. The curse is still present, of course. Just veiled and at arm's length for now. Not a trick I can repeat often, but tonight is different. This may be my last night alive. I wanted it to be under a canopy of beauty and wonder, and with company to match. I thought this place might bring me peace. I thought it might make the weight of what I must do feel a little lighter. But I'm not so sure.
Why is it your last night? Are you not afraid?
Afraid? No. I am terrified. But fear, or courage, or reason cannot change the charge I've been given. There is no point in running from the inevitable. Better to meet it on my own terms.
Nothing is inevitable. Not when we face it together. You don't have to die.
One moment with you could sate me for a lifetime and prize the fear from my heart. I'm so very glad you came to share this with me. I know this is all unreal, but I created it for you. You must know that you're very special to me. If things were different, if we were home, I'd have taken time to do things properly, to say it all better. But time is short. I'm in love with you.
Oh, this soppy wizard's gonna make me cry, isn't he? Leaning for a kiss. You're a good kisser.
And you're a bad liar. I lived the life of a hermit for some time before I met you. Safer for all, but not conducive to pleasures of the flesh. I want it to be perfect. To bond with you in the way the gods do, intertwining our spirits in visions of the weave.
Show me.
How about the perfect night in Waterdeep? Yes? Let's imagine how it would be. The scene is this. You and I stand in the room that is the center of my universe. Sculptures, the paintings, the walls livened by the spines of 1,000 books. The grand piano plays the Lyrian suites all by itself, and as we look out beyond the arches that lead to the terrace, we see the weary sun take its daily dive into the sea. My favorite spot. Many times, evening turned to night and back to daybreak once more while I sat here, lost in words.
Dude, look at the way he's looking at him. What's the book?
It's called The Art of the Night, and it details the first 1,000 nights of a newlywed king and queen. They turned everything they did into an art. The art of conversation, the art of taste, time-honored and newly acquired. The art of the body, the exploration and acceptance of the self and the other. The art of the night itself. They say we take a page from their book.
Leave it to you to seduce someone with a book.
Then let's set the book aside and be blank slates on blank sheets. Delightfully new. What do you say?
I get what this option's saying, but I feel like I can indulge in him, like... I think he just needs a break. He doesn't really want to be the real Gale at the minute. He just wants to be... He just wants to enjoy himself, you know what I mean? I think that sounds delightful, but I don't see a bed.
The stars will be our bed. Come here. Why confine ourselves to the pleasures of mortal flesh? There's but one stitch in a vast tapestry. Let me show you more.
Show me more. Show me it all. That's certainly it all, isn't it?
When you wake, it will be back at our camp. Back in our small, dirty, bloody patch of existence. But stay with me now. There are endless worlds out there. Countless ways to declare love. Infinite ways to express it. Too much for one night. But we shall try.
This is art. What the fuck is happening? Dude, fascinating. And still not the weirdest porn I've ever seen. Huh. That was incredible. Dude. I don't know what to say. That was so well done. Like, it was so artistic. I don't know what to say.
I wanted to talk to you about our night together.
I'm listening.
Have you ever walked to the very edge of a great precipice and shuddered at how easy it would be to step into the void? Ever since Elminster told me of Mistra's expectations of me, it felt like I've been walking along such a cliff face. The great drop to nothingness, never out of my sight. But you led me away from the edge. Without your words, your touch, I fear I would have sought purpose and solace in that void. Reminding me what living can feel like.
Good. Funny, I could say the same about you. That night was magical in more ways than one.
I had been hoping you'd say that. To be an object of pity. I couldn't live with that. I hope the end is much farther away than I had suspected. I hope that night meant as much to you as it did to me. And I hope we all have more time together. Together. Alone.
It was wonderful. I hope there's more to come as well.
I'll see that there is. Woe betide anyone who tries to stop me.
I wanted to speak about us for a moment.
There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure.
Oh my god, look at all this. Why have they always got their instruments out in cutscenes? And no, that's not a euphemism. Okay, so looks like we're locked into a relationship with him. Finally, man. Been blue-balled this entire game. Gale, am I the first mortal being you've been with?
What a question. No. You're not the first. Though you are the first since my relationship with Mystra came to its ignominious end. When the true danger posed by my condition became apparent, I had no choice but to sequester myself away from civilized society. A reclusive wizard. Who'd have thought? After so long with Mystra, I have to say the pleasures of mortal love are much sweeter than I remember. Though perhaps that's simply because it's with you.
Do you still harbour feelings for Mystra?
Plenty of them. And all complicated. It's not easy to turn away from one you once loved, but now that I see our relationship with all the illumination hindsight has to offer, I mostly feel only regret. I was not the first wizard to fall under her spell, nor will I be the last. I was an amusement to her. Mortal to be trifled with, amused, and eventually discarded. I regret the way I hurt her, of course I do. But she would have seen me destroy myself to earn her forgiveness. There's no love lost between us. None at all.
Good. How are you feeling?
Grateful, mostly. For meeting you. For having someone who cares that I'm here, alive, not reduced to a cloud of Netherese vapor. Someone apart from my Tressim, that is.
What does our relationship mean to you?
You must know. Our relationship is the brightest spot in our otherwise bleak endeavor. To know you love me for the man I am and not the magic I command. None have loved me so purely before. You are everything to me. And yet our relationship is only a nascent fraction of what it will become. You give me hope. And I've not had that in some time.
You said you loved me. Is that truly the case?
I'm many things to many people, but I'm never a man to throw the L word around lightly. I said exactly what I meant. I love you. You should never, never doubt that.
Okay, I'm done with you, Larian. Making me feel like a piece of shit for being single.
No matter. After all, a bond like ours hardly needs words to express it. What else is troubling you?
My god, what a way to start the episode. I think I need time to process all that. Okay, I'm done processing. Right, well, what's next on, the agenda? Oh, do we have another tiefling to speak to? Oh, maybe we do. Okay, let's rescue Minthara then. Might actually do another partial rest while we're here, just to make sure we aren't missing any more cutscenes. Aha, Starion.
The way she leered at me. The blood merchant. I can't get it out of my head. It isn't like me. Not like me at all. I was being too precious, wasn't I? We could have used her potion. A moment of unpleasantry doesn't matter if there's a fine reward. I should have just gritted my teeth as always and let her have me for a bit.
No. Absolutely not. It makes me sad to hear you talk about yourself like that.
Why? I'm simply trying to be realistic. There's nothing more desirable in the world than a vampire, is there? Having been through all I have, you damn well are going to fight with what few assets the gods give you. But a part of me feels sick when I think about getting on my back for breadcrumbs again.
You have so much more than your looks going for you.
I had nothing at all for so long. Not even my body. That was owned by Cazador. To be sent out to tempt fools into his palace. I have bedded thousands of people. Half of them I barely remember. Most of them didn't even grant me temporary bliss. It should have been so easy to let the Drow use me for her fantasy, but perhaps, you showed me I have enough strength. I don't need to.
Oh, man, I'm so glad. So glad I didn't make him do that. I really am. And I would never ask you to.
It isn't worth the scars anymore.
Oh, damn. God, incredible voice acting. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make a save here to come back to. I want to redo the Gale romance scene quickly. Not for any perverted reasons. I want to see what happens if we say that we want to see the real Gale. Just want to see if the scene plays out a bit differently. You seem especially philosophical this evening. Are you alright?
I will be. Soon. I am perhaps just one hard day away from being without any troubles at all. This may be my last night alive. I wanted it to be under a canopy of beauty and wonder.
Canopy of beauty and wonder.
And with company to match.
Is this truly what you want? To die for the promise of Mistress Forgiveness?
Babe or crone, coward or hero, death is assured. Mistress Forgiveness is not. If you knew the end was near, would you not want to ensure it had meaning? I am terrified. I will not claim otherwise. My face could scarcely conceal it, even if my words sought to deny it. There is no point in running from the inevitable. Better to meet it on my own terms.
You sound sure in your course of action, then.
Resigned to it, rather. But that is not to say I am without fear. Far from it.
I'm not going anywhere, Gale. I'll be by your side, whatever dawn brings.
One moment with you could sate me for a lifetime, and prize the fear from my heart. I'm so very glad you came to share this with me. I'm in love with you.
I'm in love with you too.
That's a relief. It would be a shame to spend my final hours making an ass of myself.
You're out of practice.
A fair assessment. I wish we had more time to practice together.
I don't need illusions. I want the Gale standing right in front of me.
Are you sure? I could conjure up any sight that you could dream of, and a few you could not. I could use the weave to make us feel sensations beyond reckoning. I could do more than woo you. I could wow you.
You don't need to impress me, Gale. I'm no god.
Yes, you are. Trust me, I would know. Let's do it your way, then. So long as it's with you. A small gesture towards your comfort.
Wow. Wow, okay. Much more reserved, but I think I almost prefer that in a way.
Reminding me what living can feel like.
You flatter me. As I recall, you did all the hard work.
Well, generosity is always a noble virtue, whether it be in the streets, by the charity box, or betwixt the sheets. Besides, given my propensity towards verbosity, surely can't be a surprise that I have a practiced tongue.
Oh, stop it.
I hope the end is much farther away than I
Gale.
had suspected. I hope that night meant as much to you as it did to me. And I hope we all have more time together. Together. Alone.
Okay, that was nice. That was really nice. Okay, now that we've seen what Gale can do with his magic missile, we'll move on, I think. Okay, Minthara, should we get a move on?
Speak up.
We must leave. Now.
Let's go.
Lead the way.
So, are these guys going to attack her on sight? Maybe.
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do.
Just look at her. You've got nothing to fear from this drooling idiot. She deserves that. That's what you get for being a dick, I guess.
The guard is happy to let you pass. Minthara is rather less happy about your choice of words.
She'll get over it, I'm sure.
Have a way with words.
Yep. I guess we can go out the same way that we did with Wulbren. Yeah, and what I realised as well is, I remember last episode I was like, where are the doors for the cells? They're obviously in here with the levers, I just completely forgot. And I misty stepped through the gate. It's not this lever, is it? It's all these.
Better not be cursed.
Can't remember which one it was. Just press them all. But I'm not pressing that, because that might alert all the tower, I think. That's what she said. Is that all of them? Nice. Prisoner's journal. You hear things down here, things from people with nothing left to lose, no more secrets to keep. You hear that Ketherick's untouchable, except he isn't really, that he's got some relic or in the mausoleum. A link, that's what you hear. And you hear that the link can be severed, you hear things like that, but you mostly hear from people who are already out of their minds. Can we jump down there?
What the hell's is this place?
What the hell?
One day I'll catch up
Un
with.
wicked oubliette. Right beneath the towers. A colony must be close. That must be where the tadpoles are coming from.
Oh my god. Okay, what the fuck have I jumped into? That's what I get for trying to explore membrane. We can't bloody fast travel out of here either. I'm stuck.
I'll strike you.
Chop. Bugbear. Hairy humanoids that crave carnage and treasure in equal measure. Is this below the giant gaping hole that was like roaring at us? That I said I wasn't going to jump down. And now I've just jumped down the hole right next to it by accident. Oh, dude, I've left Minthara up there all on her own. I could get her to jump down with us, but I don't want her getting killed. Okay, if I find a way out of here, I'm taking it. Oh,
Look,
There's a hook
something on
horror
the
down
other
here.
side.
This is
No way
truly the
through
pit
from
that
here,
keeps
though.
on giving. Fascinating structure. Made of living flesh or merely a simulacrum? A question for another time. For now, we'd best focus on finding a way out.
yeah, agreed.
Gods. When this is over, I'm taking the hottest bath known to man or devil.
Got some dry bars of soap we could all borrow, actually.
Despite everything,
I'll never be able to look at a butcher shop again after this place. But at least we were afforded a soft landing.
Yeah. Oh, it's meant to be searching the bedrooms as well upstairs. I've accidentally gone into the
deep and move.
flesh dungeon. Oh, bollocks.
That might be worth a look.
Oh god! Look out. Okay. Oh, they're only level 4. Hell yeah. Oh, it didn't damage us, it just knocked us down.
Open up.
stand in my way.
The amount of damage she can do is just insane.
Seems simple enough.
This is a way out.
Ugh, the stink of that place might never wash out.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'm assuming we'll be coming back down there later. Man, I thought I was going to be trapped down there. Oh, we're here. We're on the other side of one of the prison cells. Oh, shit. The boat's gone. I forgot. Oh, dear. Okay, well, I think we're going to have to go out through the docks way then. How far away do we need to actually get her? Just some distance, it says.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose. Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby?
Oh, if she's gonna behave herself, I'm just worried what Halsin's gonna say.
Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
That's interesting. Well, she only got 14. Oh, she went back to level 1. Oh, I think I know what that means. That means we're gonna get to respec her, right? Okay, there's an empty camp here. Oh, she's there. That's where Halsin was. Oh no, she hasn't replaced him, has she? Oh, this feels really weird.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind.
I can help you fix it.
The best cure is vengeance. For both of us. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them. Starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear.
Any suggestions on how we kill an invulnerable man?
All that live can die. I can help you plot Ketheric's demise, but I need something from you first. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least.
Why are you so keen to join with me?
If I leave your side, the prism will no longer protect me, and I will cease to be Minthara. The Absolute will make me its puppet again. I would rather die.
Very well. You can join me.
Thank you. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, And keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute.
Tell me what you know about Ketheric's power first.
General Thorm would have the world believe that his invulnerability is a gift from the Absolute. That is a lie, intended to impress those who flock to the cult's cause, and to strike fear in the minds of those who stand against the Absolute. I believe Thorm draws his power not from a divine source, but an arcane one. I suspect it is the very relic that Balthazar has been sent to retrieve. We must find the necromancer and claim what he seeks, or destroy it.
Okay.
Now, rest. We will need our strength for what lies ahead.
I'll be watching you. Don't cause any trouble.
I intend to cause plenty, but only for our enemies.
Sleep well. We will venture forth together come morning.
I do not sleep unless I wish to. Until I feel safe among this company, I shall spend my nights planning for the fights to come.
Karlach?
Then let us go forth and conquer. Or something to that effect.
Wow. Dude, another party member. It's been so long. I almost wasn't sure we were going to get any more at this point. Other than Halsin, the fact that we've got her before we got Halsin is insane to me. He's been sat on his arse in our camp doing nothing for so long. I mean, it's something that I've thought about all the party members. I know the game wouldn't really work, but running around with only 3 party members is a bit weird. Like, story-wise, I mean, I'm sure in the canon they're all, like, with us on this journey, but the fact that half the party, half our team is just sat in the camp doing nothing while we're doing all the work is a little bit weird. But I wonder if there would be some way that we could run around with all of them, and then they'd all comment on stuff and we'd have dialogue with all of them, but then in combat you could only control 4 of them or something. Maybe, because I don't see the point of having half of them just sat in the camp doing nothing when we're all on this journey. We all have motivations, we all have missions, we all have goals, and yet they're just sat doing nothing. And I know it adds to the replay value, having different people along with different things to say at different points, but it is a bit of a shame that you can't run around normally with all of them.
You wish to consult me?
Do you remember all that you did in the Absolute's name?
I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded.
You should take responsibility for your actions.
They were not my actions.
I know, but...
You have been protected from the worst of the Absolute's influence. Understanding what was done to me is beyond you.
Trying to make her a bit... less evil.
Do we have a target?
If we can.
No one back home will ever believe this.
You wish to consult me?
Is Ketheric truly invulnerable?
I fought at his side once, shortly after my conversion. Before the battle, he was everything a general should be. A charismatic leader with a brilliant strategic mind. And when the fighting began, he led his troops from the front and cut through the enemy like a scythe through stalks. Blows and arrows rained down on him, and before long, his face was a mask of blood. But he did not fall. He did not even falter. When we won the day, Ketheric's armor was bent and shattered, but his flesh was unmarked.
What chance do we have?
Every chance. Once he is stripped of his power, the necromancer Balthazar is Ketheric's chief advisor. One who has mastery over the dead may well be able to help the living cheated. He is usually in his laboratory, elbow deep in offal, or clinging to his master's side. If he left Moonrise, his mission must be urgent. We should ransack his chambers and see what secrets he keeps for the great general.
It's really nice having her, actually. gives a bit more insight from someone who's actually been inside the cult and knows how it works. I do think she's going to be very valuable. You're a paladin. What's the nature of your oath?
I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute.
I think she works so well for the character I've created for Joey because, like I said in his backstory, his mum is very similar to her. She was a Lolth-sworn Drow. She defied Lolth. She went against her, and it eventually led to assassins tracking her down and killing her. But I'd like to think that Joey sees his mum in Minthara a lot. And I think he'd sympathise with what she's going through as well. It is a noble purpose.
It is not noble, it is necessary. If we do not destroy the cultists, they will destroy everything. We are all that stands between this world and annihilation.
I also love her voice acting. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about our companions.
A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind?
Curious to hear what you think of Shadow Art.
She is tolerable, but her faith in the Lady of Loss is poisonous.
Agreed. To a certain extent. What do you have against Shah?
The Night Singer has some admirable qualities. Far more than her insipid sister. But her followers are repressed. Take the child Shadowheart. She does not even know who she is, but still manages to pity herself. The very concept of Sharan worship is self-indulgent. They would have you think every whispered word and hidden thought is of value, but it is not so. I have performed 1,000 interrogations, squeezing out the most guarded secrets held in heart, mind, and soul. I can tell you this. When the trivial parts have been whittled away and I have sifted through what remains, in most cases, a person amounts to nothing at all.
What do you make of Astarion?
He's been deprived of freedom and strong blood for so long that he is addicted to both. While those addictions have their hold on him, he is still a slave.
Astarion's no slave. He's free of Cazador. No, that's not what she means though. She means he's... I know what she means. He's a slave to his cravings, to his past. He's a slave to his PTSD almost. Are you worried he'll drink your blood?
No. He is well aware that I would exsanguinate him entirely if he flashed his fangs at me.
Exsanguinate? Astarion's no slave. He's free of Cazador.
Free? What purpose does he have that does not involve his master? He fears him, he hates him, he dreams of him, and he will either kill him or die trying.
Yeah.
Astarion is no more free of Cazador than you or I are free of our tadpoles. He will only be free when Cazador is dead. And that is as it should be. When the time comes, we must hope that he does not only take Cazador's long life, but the power that has sustained him as well.
That's interesting. I think she's definitely going to be an interesting companion. Having someone that just doesn't sugarcoat it, that just speaks their mind, and she's definitely going to put a different perspective into things. I want to try and ease her away from, like I'm doing with Astarion and Lae'zel, I want to ease her away from just evil, you know, kill, kill, kill. Because after we do kill the cult, hopefully, what's she going to do then? How do you and Lae'zel get along? Probably like a house on fire.
I have encountered few Githyanki in my life. Those that I did were raiders. They croaked out pleas for mercy in their alien tongue as they died. Meeting Lae'zel makes me wish I knew more of their culture.
Why not ask Lae'zel to educate you?
I did. She told me that she has nothing to teach that cannot be learned through observation of her prowess in combat. Perhaps she is right. She certainly cuts a striking figure in battle. There is a precision to her ferocity that I admire.
Doesn't surprise me that you feel an affinity with otherworldly raiders. Gith and Lolth-sworn Drow have much in common.
To one who only sees the surface of things, perhaps. You should look deeper. There is a fanaticism in the Lolth-sworn that lends itself to chaos. They turn their blades on one another as readily as on outsiders.
Yep.
The Gith have stricter hierarchies and stronger commitment to a single cause. Some, like Lae'zel, question that cause. But even so, she retains the discipline of her training.
Have you spent much time with Gale?
The wizard? No.
Wouldn't you like to get to know him?
It is pointless. In my experience, the moment they leave their libraries, wizards have the life expectancy of a gnome in a war. Either the enemy recognizes they are a threat and kills them swiftly, or their curiosity leads them to combust while experimenting with the limits of magic. Our wizard is already in a state of suspended combustion, thanks to that orb between his ribs. I suspect it is only a matter of time before he goes up in smoke. I will reserve my social graces for those who might live long enough to appreciate them.
My God, will you just cheer up a little bit? Any thoughts on Will?
He is exceedingly self-righteous. Amusing, considering he bound himself to a devil.
You're hardly one to judge anyone else's behaviour.
I am not judging, I am making an observation. I would rather be allied with a warlock than the spoiled son of a noble who has more experience with diplomats than devils.
Okay, I think she's seen Will very wrong. You and Karlach seem to be friendly. Do they? She's only just got here. She's still in her pyjamas.
I have never known anyone so ferocious and unassailable in battle, and yet so fragile and impermanent in their very being. I often think of mortality as a curse. In time, all that I am and all that I have known and learned will be lost. In time, our cities will be dust. Karlach does not seem to have such anxieties. Perhaps because she cannot afford to. She exists in the moment, and she will burn out and be gone in a moment. There is something very beautiful about that.
Okay, I think Minthara is going to be very interesting indeed.
Who's next?
Yeah, she's a paladin. Good. I haven't had a paladin yet. I don't even know what they're really about. Let's get her leveled up. What the why's she... Where's her clothes gone? Great, I've got to level her up 8 times while she stood there naked. Oh yeah, she's got smites, hasn't she? I think I've got a piece of armour or something to do with smiting. Adopt a particular style of fighting as your specialty. Shall we build her similar to Karlach? Just a big dual-handing weapon fighter, maybe? I don't really want another companion that dual wields. If we swap... Sorry. If we swapped her out for Karlach, she's going to be our, like, main damage dealer. Or one of our main damage dealers. So, I might build her into being like a two-hander character. Okay. Prevents disease from affecting you. Frighten an enemy. They'll have disadvantage on ability checks. In advance on attack rolls against an enemy. He's got Bane and Hunter's Mark. And Fairy Fire. Okay, let's give her Savage Attacker. And then on the next feat, we'll give her ability improvement. And get her strength up a bit. During any nearby allies give a +0 bonus to saving throws. +0. Right, another feat. We'll get ability improvement and put her strength and I guess constitution? Yeah. Okay, there we go. So can she use heavy armor? Yeah. Give her some of Karlach's armor. Oh, there we go. Channel Oath. Spells. Can't be frightened. Oh, I think I'd rather have the Helldusk gloves, to be honest. Yeah, there it is. When you apply a condition with one of your smite spells, you gain a temporary hit points equal to your charisma modifier. Give her that. Might actually try out this ring of self-immolation on her. Oh, we could give her a spider's lyre, actually. I think we've got another one in the chest, or has Gale got one? Gale's got one. There we go, and I think we're sorted for now. I'm gonna see what she's like in combat. I think we're gonna
at the ready.
We're gonna go out and fight those dudes on the docks so we can see what she's like against them. I wonder if anyone else has got anything to say.
The Drow is unpredictable, uncompromising. I respect her almost as much as I distrust her.
I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you.
Jealous you're no longer the least trustworthy person in our camp?
Excuse me. I'm sorry for looking out for our collective hides. But fine. Take her if you wish. Just know I'll be resting with one eye open.
It's okay, I trust you, Astarion, don't worry.
Minthara's something of a closed book, but I suspect a heart of gold lurks beneath that stern countenance. Once she gets to know me, I'm sure she'll open up. She's just waiting for someone ready to listen.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Gale. Maybe stay away from her for a while. But he has got a point. I want to try and do my best to bring out that heart of gold, if I can.
Maybe it'll bring us closer.
It doesn't seem long ago that Minthara would have sought to kill us, and now we've welcomed her along. We're nothing if not magnanimous.
Yeah.
Soldier?
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorm, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. My father is somewhere in this tower. I won't leave him in Thorm's hands. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination.
I thought he was talking about Minthara then. Any idea we'll find Duke Ravengard now that we've reached Moonrise?
Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
Oh god. Is he going to be down there in the colony thing that we've just jumped into? Oh, that might be where Zevlor and Maul and stuff are as well. Ugh. Yeah. I want to head to the inn.
You've been smiling like a fool of late, wizard. Explain yourself.
I found love. Surely even you wouldn't begrudge me some happiness.
All I will say on the matter is that you were wise to lower your standards from the godly to the ghastly.
Who are you calling ghastly, you wrinkly old... There's another tiefling. Oh, it might be her that was round here. Did we find her husband? Did we find her husband? Oh yes, we did.
Oh, you're all right.
I have something to ask.
You're all right. My gods, you're all right.
Come here, darling.
So glad we managed to save everyone. So far. Smile. They look so happy.
I was so scared I'd lost you.
Me too. But we're here now. Safe.
It's wonderful to see you two back together.
Credit where it's due. Bex, this is the one who helped me and the others escape.
This isn't the first time you've helped us. Saved our lives, really. Why?
You're in trouble. I wanted to help. Simple as that.
You make it sound so easy. But I know the lengths you've gone to on our behalf. We'll never forget it. Never, ever. Here. Take these for the road. It's the least I can do. So...
Oh.
Thank you for bringing Danis back to me. I really don't know what I'd do without him.
I owe you my life. That's not a debt I'll soon forget. Thank you.
Nice. Okay.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
I'm ready.
Guys, you're ruining it, guys. Guys, you're really, yeah. Sorry about my band. They're new. They don't know the ways of the loot like we do. Okay, God, I can't watch that. That's awesome that she joins in. Someone mentioned it in the comments. Thought I'd try it out. That's awesome. Okay, money, please.
Climbing up the tree and...
He keeps saying Thaniel's name. He must know more. We need to rouse him. I don't deserve you, my friend.
There can be no respite.
Okay.
The gods are watching me.
Gonna head back to Moonrise Towers. I'm gonna see if I can take out those guys on the docks, I think.
It's risky to enter Moonrise with an unwelcome companion. You can pass as a true soul, but they cannot. Be sure to keep them close, so you can speak on their behalf if the cultists ask too many questions.
Ah. Okay, let me go round this way, because I just want to try her out in combat. Okay, so if the dungeon's anything to go by, we should be able to just kill these guys. Hopefully. Holy crap! Wow, look at the damage on that. Oh, +2 bonus, there we go. Clever. Very clever.
What should I do? Have to keep going.
Take your
My victims await.
Oh wow, okay. Damn, that's a lot of damage. Awesome, okay. Ooh. When a nearby enemy casts a spell, you use your reaction to deal 1 to 4 psychic damage for every level of that spell. Oh, that's cool.
One can't always be a gentleman.
Okay, I like...
Yes?
I like her style. It's a bit more interesting than just having a warrior that hits and hits, you know what I mean? She actually does elements with her attacks. It's quite
Can't
cool.
give up now.
Alright, let's see what this shipping crate's
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
all about.
That is still, placid. Thousands of tadpoles happily awaiting their hosts. The winged serpent of the Zentarim. It seems that...
So should we just destroy it then? Karlach said we should. With fire or bludgeoning.
Let's get on with it.
A parasite. Take it. It might be useful.
Oh shit!
Time to press ahead.
Wait, what happened? One of them ran away. I think. But then it looks like it exploded. Yep, they're still friendly. Okay, I'm gonna finish exploring Moonrise Towers, so we're gonna have to take Minthara out the party, unfortunately. We'll get her back after I've done with Moonrise Towers, I think, but I don't want to risk causing any trouble. Dex and more Dex, because all of his other things are on even numbers, so I might as well give him more Dex, right? Right.
One day I'll catch a break.
Let's have a look in... I'm going the wrong way. Balthazar's bedroom, if we can. Right. Is it up here then? I'm assuming. Oh god. Marcus, I assume no explanation is needed for just how rare these appendages are, and I trust you shall make good use of them. You have a golden opportunity to please the General, do not squander it. Access to the unwilling donor has proven difficult since the harvesting, and if I am afforded the opportunity, I shall pass along your gratitude. B. They're talking about those bird wings, I'm assuming. Whatever they were.
You can pass. In the name of the salute.
The tower doesn't stink like an overstuffed cemetery. Which means Balthazar hasn't returned. So why are you here instead of out there looking for him?
You asked me to search his bedroom.
Oh, good. I love answering questions.
What if Balthazar's already dead?
Death would not silence Balthazar for long. But dead or alive, he is lost.
Best keep your hands to yourself.
Oh, I can't even read it. Damn. I can read that. Map of Baldur's Gate depicting Upper City, Lower City and Outer City as far as Worm's Crossing, as well as Grey Harbour and the near course of the Chionthar. Arrows show the intended progress of the armies of the Absolute, with weak points in the city defences marked with X. Damn, they're gonna attack the whole city. Good lord. Oh shit. Look at this place.
This Gith slate looks like the other. Another story about the Githyanki prince?
Okay, last time Lae'zel ended up reading it all herself, so let me give it to her.
Greeting.
Ask Lae'zel about the disc from Moonrise Towers.
Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers the disc.
More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet.
Go on then, let's hear it.
The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon Ephelaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale, but beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more.
Could Orpheus really be alive, do you think?
It is not just improbable, it is impossible. Kithrak Voss and his red dragon slayed the fell prince. You could no more resurrect him than you could glue together the pile of ashes he became. My Vash taught that the silver bells of Vlaakith's court still ring out before every hunt in celebration of the prince's defeat. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself and sing in praises to the deathless queen and her Githraki.
Who's the great red dragon Ephelaman of the story?
Tiamat's emissary. It was he who carried word that Mother Gith had negotiated the gift of the dragons, and that Vlaakith the First would preside as Queen of the Githyanki. Ephelaman remains the Queen's consort to this day, as endless as the empire he now serves.
Damn, she's shagging a dragon? We discovered all 3 books in the series. The final fate and whereabouts of Prince Orpheus are apparently unknown. What could have happened to him? This is a log on the work of one of Balthazar's necromancers, Cressa Bone Daughter, dated 210 days ago. After the state the Fallen One was in, I never expected Cressa would be able to save it. I was hoping the usurped thing would die, that's what it would have wanted. It's not as if Cressa's studying this is going to prove much. It was damaging the attack far beyond what the mere tadpole could do, but she seems fond of the foul creature. Let her play with it. Another entry seems to be written into this log, dated a 10-day later. I should not have, in hindsight, let Cressa keep her pet. Ever since it was shipped onto other Nautiloids to be deployed, she has been inconsolable. It won't survive out there. It needs me. It isn't like the others. The feral thing will make a fine warrior for the Absolute, and now my best assistant is distracted thinking about it. Pah, she'll come to heal again soon enough. God, what an absolute mess this place is. A reminder, acolytes are permitted entry to my chambers for the sole purpose of collecting moon lanterns. My library is not to be tampered with. While the Absolute appreciates your eagerness to learn, my bookshelves do not. Any request to borrow from them must be given to me in advance, and are like to be refused. Should you desire information on poisons, do not think to read any tome on the subject here. They're inclined to grant more knowledge than the written word could provide. Remember, the Absolute's purpose is better served by a beating heart than a poisoned mind. Though if you choose death, I will ensure you serve her still. God. Don't know why I'm taking that.
The corpse has nothing to...
Note, install a drain beneath
Something over there.
library's conventional medicine shelf. It's wasted to let all the blood seep through the flagstones, and it will rust the spikes besides. A line slashes through the above, the same hand in fresh ink below. Disregard. The smell gives me sweet dreams. Oh. Okay, hang on.
Still alive? That's progress.
Derivation Cloak. When you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1 to 4 hit points. Based on a mad alchemist's experiments to derive youth from his victims by poisoning them, this cloak relies on a much more reliable arcane formula. Goblin troops, though crude and a bit dim, are valuable because they are adaptable and can be fitted into a number of different military roles that excel in as archery skirmishers and war cavalry scouts. If rigorously drilled, some can function as discipled phalanxes armed with hearth pikes, and even the ones who can't be trained to march in step can serve as prime catapult fodder. The key to recruiting the tribe of goblins is their profound respect for their priests, who lead the tribe's members in the worship of all-conquering Maglubiet, or Maglumpa, as we're known. Therefore, let the High Priest of the 7 tribes of the southwest Sword Coast be invited to a grand council, a feast where they will be well fed, well flattered, and well lubricated with jugs of plonk laced with a mild paralytic. The priest will awaken with new guests in their crania, and be led into docile devotion to a new and greater god than Maglubiet, the Absolute. And trust me, where the priests go, their warriors will follow. Damn. I'm interested to see what species or race this guy is. Request from the next caravan. Any works from modern Kynan must catch up on current events. No volo, better a century of ignorance. In vellum, holds ink like Nova, could harvest from an acolyte. New copy Swift and Sudden Death for library. Current volume badly scorched. Ooh. My dark goddess, when I lost my daughter, I learned my purpose. My dark goddess, when I learned my purpose, I gathered the flock. My dark goddess, when the flock was full, I punished the wicked. My dark goddess, when the wicked struggled, I struck them down. My dark goddess, I am yours. Okay, let me check out these bookshelves. Before we go through any more doors. Tones, poison venoms, conventional medicine, galvanic interrogations. Get out, get out, get out! I chose the wrong one. Is that gonna go away? Oh god, look, are those spikes on the floor? Okay, that was poisons and venoms, musty tomes, conventional medicine, galvanic interrogations. Should you desire information on poison, do not think to read any tome on the subject here. They're inclined to grant more knowledge than the written work could provide. Yeah, I see. Well, it's a bit late for that. Install a drain beneath library's conventional medicine shelf. It's wasteful to let all that blood seep through the flagstones, and it will rust the spikes besides. So, should I not choose that one? Okay, don't choose that. Choose that one then. If there's spikes involved.
Maybe I need more pockets.
So I'm going to try musty tomes. Moon lantern. Remember, the Absolute's purpose is better served by a beating heart than a poisoned mind. Is that a clue? Can we put heart in there? Oh, I sent the heart to the camp, shit. Oh, there's another one here. I've been here for about 10 minutes just reading the notes and stuff, trying to see if I can figure anything out. Yes! Oh, wow, okay. Oh, I'm a fucking genius, man.
No one stopped me yet.
Once per turn, any condition inflicted on a target also applies 2 turns of Encrusted with Frost. When there are 7 or more turns remaining, the entity must succeed and become frozen. Nah, I'd rather have the Lifebringer, I think. I've redirected some materials from beneath the tower. I plan to simply raise what forces I need inside the mausoleum itself, but the General prefers that no more of his family crypts be disturbed. Even so, I may have no choice. The temple will not surrender the Night Song easily, and the General's invulnerability depends on it. I'm sure he will forgive a little transgression if it frees the army to move on Baldur's Gate at last. I plan to simply raise what force I need inside the mausoleum itself. So Balthazar wants to raise the General's family.
This Night Song sounds like the source of Kethric's immortality.
Damn, we got that mission ages ago.
Not the first thing you'd think to call an artifact of the Absolute.
Its power could prove useful, especially if turned against Ketheric himself.
Assuming we can find it, anything that powerful will be protected.
Ketheric Thorm has sent his trusted servant Balthazar to the Thorm Mausoleum to retrieve the Night Song. Okay, we got that mission ages ago.
Swift as my feet.
The necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles.
Oh yeah, there's a dead
But
pixie.
they were already imbued with Netherese magic. So where did that magic come from?
Broken moon lantern catches your eye. Its glow now snuffed out. Carved into the bench's rotted surface are strange, half-faded sigils. A magic circle of some kind, thick with darkness and decay.
A ritual circle. And a complex one at that. I've seen such a construction before in the writings of the Weave Pasha Raven, though his vision was not so tainted.
What is its purpose?
The sigils are written in a curious mix of tongues. Ancient Kalashite, Netherese.
Kali what?
Something else I can't quite make out. If I'm reading it correctly, it was used in the creation of moon lanterns. It's been mostly drained, but even now contains a powerful dose of shadow weave. The discarded pixie corpses might still contain enough essence. With one of the broken lantern casements... Yes, I think I'll be able to craft one more lantern. And with a slight modification of the casting gesture, it might be able to wield the shadows instead of repelling them.
Oh shit.
Though, Mistress' eyes may be upon me. She'd forbid me dabbling with such magic. She'd want it destroyed. Wasted, arguably.
Forget what Mistra wants.
Exactly.
Think about yourself and what Lady Shah's power could do for you, Gale. Make the lantern. Spread her will.
It's your choice, Gale. Whatever you want to do.
Very well. Stand back, if you please.
It doesn't take much. The sigils fade, the circle's tainted magic dissolving harmlessly into the ether.
Not bad for a wizard who slept through his Kalashite lessons, eh?
What the fuck is Kalashite?
Did you feel that? I wasn't surrounded on all sides by the darkness of the Shadow Cursed lands. I'd think it was Mistra herself brushing against my skin.
I felt it too. It was like my skin became charged with something. More alive somehow.
That's Mistra's power for you. Where there's even a trace of magic, she will be there to bring it to life. There's clearly some magic in you if you were able to sense her presence. But I think I felt something stronger. She's left some tiny part of herself to watch over me, I think. A boon to help us reach the heart of the Absolute in one piece.
Unless this boon of hers saves you from detonating the orb, it hardly seems worth it.
True enough. And somehow I doubt that's an order Mistra will be willing to rescind, no matter how many times I impress her. The stakes are simply too high. Strange, though, that she would reward me for such a service now. She's hardly been forthcoming on that front since my banishment. Perhaps I'm overthinking things. A blessing's a blessing, and this one should come in most useful.
I don't know. Gale has advantage to concentration checks. What, forever?
Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done.
The night song sounded useful. Could it save you from the orb's detonation?
Alas, no. The charm Elminster granted me requires my death as the spark that will light the orb's fuse. Making myself invulnerable, immortal, or in any other fashion unkillable would render it useless. And gods only know what it might do to the orb itself. Still, I see no harm in learning what we can about this night song. And if we manage to find it, the harm will be all Ketheric's. So, well worth indulging our curiosity.
Goblet with dead tadpoles.
A goblet filled with the mutilated corpses of illithid parasites. Whatever ungodly experiments were performed on them likely killed them.
Okay, I think that might be it. In here. Let's see where this door out here leads. Wow, 30. Holy crap. There we go.
Never a dull moment.
Fuck. Stand, soldier. These are the General's private quarters. Wait. Something in your scent is familiar.
Oh my god, show a Scratcher's ball. Oh, I want to do that. But is it going to work? I'm doing it. I want to show her the ball.
Do you take me for a teething pup? Get that out of my face. Though whichever whelp owns that thing smells happy. Safe. I've not scented such a thing since I was flesh.
Oh my god, John McCamp.
Since my master brought me back, this place smells wrong. His family is gone, replaced by bootlickers and beasts. You are neither. So tell me true. What is your purpose here?
To serve Ketheric, as loyally as you do.
Good. Death itself cannot release you from that duty. Now be about your business, whatever it is.
A scent seemed to trigger a memory in you. What was it?
Not your scent. Selûnite magic on your skin. The general once smelled that way when his daughter still lived.
Daughter?
I died the same night she did, my master says, trying to protect her. I do not remember, but he brought me back. I will not fail him again.
Well, if he brought you back, surely he brought his daughter back as well.
What's that? Must be on my way.
Missive from Gortash. Here we go. General, given what we know from my research about the Gith artifact, I can't emphasize enough how critical it is that it be recovered. The power that artifact contains can boost our own efforts to unforeseen levels, but if it falls into the hands of enemies of wit and persistence, it could bring down all of our plans and schemes. The body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage of the Nautiloid, and I'm not at all easy in my mind about that fact. Find the artifact, employ rigorous means, do not fail. Lord Gortash. That almost sounds like he's commanding the general. I wish we could... We need to tell Floric not to trust Gortash, because she's like, oh, Lord Gortash is great, he's making these new weapons and stuff. He's part of the bloody cult. It sounds like he's one of the leaders of the cult. If he's the one commanding the general. You wouldn't speak to the general like that unless you had authority over him. Map of Baldur's Gate, yeah. Unsent letter. Balthazar, I thank you for returning what was mine, and I've no doubt all will be well once the war is won. After that, I believe our business will be concluded. A different life, a better life awaits.
Should be easy.
Is she okay with us doing this?
A long road ahead.
Guess so. My darling husband, I know my time is drawing near. I don't want to leave you, I don't want to leave our little girl, but I'm not writing to lament our lot. It's ours and no others. Though the city of judgment is dark, I know Our Lady's light will find me even there. I will see her shining spires and walk the silver gardens we both dreamt of. I go to my reward and leave quite a task to you yet, my heart. Selûne's light shines bright in our little one, but she'll need a guide to keep her on path. Oh my god, I know where his daughter is. I have no doubt that she'll keep you on yours. It's the same path, Our Lady's light, and one day I know it will bring you both back to me. Only not too soon, I hope. I won't say goodbye. There is no loss, only temporary separation. How I love you forever. Melodia. I predict...
A letter from Ketheric's wife. Sounds like she loved him very much.
I predict that his daughter is Isabel. She's got the white hair, she's got the light of Selûne. The fact that he wanted her alive, maybe? It's just a guess, but maybe he brought her back, and the dog back, after they died. Absorb elemental damage once per short rest. Take half damage from the next elemental attack targeting you, and deal additional 1/6 of that element type on your next attack. That's quite nice, actually. Elder Brain Domination. Confidential. Let me start again. Confidential. Dictated to describe Yanthus by General Ketheric. Young Gortash's plan to enslave an illithid elder brain and make it our marionette under control of the Crown of Karsus has proceeded almost without flaw, barring the slight delay while our Balist allies sorted out their leadership conflict. The weak point must surely be the sharing of the Netherstones. It was necessary to secure my engagement of that of the murder cult, but eventually it's certain to fracture our fragile alliance. Clearly all three Netherstones must be controlled by a single leader. me by preference, but not until after all the stakeholders have made their essential contribution. Gortash fears that, energized by the dark energies of the crown, the brain we now call the Absolute will eventually metamorphose into something new and more difficult to control. If he's right, the need to invest the power of the Netherstones in a single wielder is urgent. Even more so in that Enver Gortash, at least, must be thinking the same way. Oh my god! Dude! Gortash's plan. So he's the one that, I guess, is orchestrating all this? To enslave an illithid elder brain and make it our marionette under control. So the Absolute is an illithid elder brain that's been enslaved by Gortash and Ketheric and the rest of the cult. Dude, this is huge. All 3 Neverstones must be controlled by a single leader. Oh, I bet I need to write this down, man. So, this Absolute, this elder brain, didn't come to them and indoctrinate them. They enslaved it and made it their marionette of control, but why? The need to invest the power of the Neverstones in a single wielder is urgent. Damn. That's huge, man. And that was in a perception check under the floorboards. My god.
Light on my feet. Might be useful.
I'm so into this. And I love stuff like this when you like... Why are you taking the bed linen? When you... Oh, just such juicy lore, you know what I mean? Most of the text has been scoured away by time, but what remains appears to be some form of ritual incantation. Your white ribs are the pillars, your bleached skull the dome. Take on Apostle's final form, cathedral wrought of blessed bone.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
Something about taking on the Apostle's form. Just what is Ketheric Thorn planning?
So what was ethic of war? My colleague Amaps proposes fair rules of engagement in times of war and forgiveness upon victory. We'd spare our enemies then, once they fall into our might. We'd put all hatred behind us when surrender is offered. Indeed not. For what shall we do once our opponent gathers new armies and masses them once again along our borders? We shall wage another war and count the life snuffed out by our own magnanimity. Once an enemy kingdom is conquered, it must be razed to the ground. Only then can we be free of its spectre. Holy crap. I didn't even think I'd be going into his bedroom, but I've got... Why has he got skeletons all over his bedroom? Sweeping up individual Drow renegades is not giving us the cadre of Lolth-trained veterans I want for our staff and officer corps. We must be more ambitious. Agent Zilvery, True Soul 113, will be... 113, wow. Will be commanded to infiltrate Menzo Brains in itself, ideally at House Bainra, ostensibly to proselytize... Bloody hell, man. On the behalf of the Divine Absolute. I think Zilver will be convincing in this role. This intrusion will excite outrage among the Bene matrons who can be counted upon to send a warband to exterminate whoever was so rash as to promote anti-Lolth apostasy in their home. Zilver will have left a clear trail back here to Moonrise Towers, where the warband will find not a circle of ragtag heretics but an army in the making. I'll parley with the Drow leader, but as we negotiate, her warband will be ambushed, and every Drow warrior we capture will be tadpoled. This accomplished, the warband leader will meet the same fate. Thus we shall acquire a cadre of hardened Underdark warriors. And all it will cost us is the life of loyal Agent Zilver, but he is, truth be told, a tedious enthusiast, and I will not miss him. And Lorien swallowed a bloody thesaurus, didn't they? I'm writing that.
Let's see what this does.
Oh, the guard's key. That's from the warden.
Over.
Fuck. Shit. I just saw the perception check.
Make it hurt.
My darling daughter, when you were a little girl, I would often watch you play with your dolls and your cousins and picture myself at an enormous, opaque, silvery shield surrounding you, protecting you. I knew somehow deep within myself that no harm could ever befell you, because I would not let it. Though the healers say I may pass into the city of judgment soon, know this, darling daughter, I am always around you, I am always with you, and the Moon Maiden will never allow you to bear a burden that you cannot carry. I love you forever, a love that has no death. Mama. Well, she sounds quite nice. When the wearer deals damage with a ranged spell attack, inflict 2 reverberation upon the target.
Melodia Thorn, loving mother, beloved wife. Her light will never be forgotten.
Ooh. That's nice. A small silver necklace worn by saloon worshippers. It is adorned with 7 pieces of iolite to blue gemstone used for navigation at sea. Damn. The atmosphere up here. It's very creepy. Oh, there's a ladder. Okay, it's too far. I'll have to do it from over there. Okay, let me put a marker on that if I can. Okay, where in God's name do these routes lead?
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Oh. I guess just a way we could have gotten up if we couldn't lockpick the door, because it was 30 to be fair. If we didn't have a star in, I wouldn't have been able to do that, I don't think.
That might be worth a look.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing.
Determine what it is, please, before reaching in. No. No. I need to know what it is. Thank you.
You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid.
Oh, God.
Your awareness unfolds, expanding through every wall in the tower, every mind. A vast living network extending down into the dark, where something wakes.
What in the hell's... Oh no, not again.
It's a trap.
Tendrils snap like iron cords around your wrist. That presence in your mind looms large, closer now.
See, it's times like this when I'm really curious about what happens if you just do nothing. I've actually got really good strength. Tear your arm out of the tentacle's grip.
With a soft sucking sound, your hand pulls free. The flesh within the wall retreats.
Thank goodness for that.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried I'd have to get involved. Now, let's keep our hands to ourselves, hmm?
My God. Yeah. So curious what happens if you just do nothing.
The tentacle pulses within the wall.
Okay.
Waiting.
I've just saved it. I've just saved it.
There is no hesitation this time. The tendrils lash out like a waiting predator. The tendrils tendrils tighten, and suddenly you are elsewhere. The presence is no longer approaching you, but encircling you, observing you.
Aberration! Why? What? Who are you?
Oh my god. What the hell? I'm Joey.
A pause, as if it struggles to compress its vast being down into terms you can understand.
This is the voice they have given me. To better speak to your kind without breaking you. I was once a servant of the grand design. Now I'm a slave to theirs. But you are the flaw in their design. The single thread that could unravel everything they've planned.
Dude, what is this episode? Oh my god, what an episode! She's talking about Gortash and all those, I think, who enslaved her. Who are they?
They named themselves Chosen. But they are slavers. They will use me to bind this world.
Yeah.
But I cannot bind you. You must come to me so I can become myself again.
A world away, the grip on you tightens. A desperate, drowning thing that pulls you down with it.
Come, become.
What's happening? Speak to me! Wake up!
Oh my god. Oh, dude. Submit to become. Heave against a tentacle with all your might. Shit.
Well, you've certainly piqued the interest of the Absolute. Though I can think of at least a dozen gods I'd rather.
Careful. It nearly had you.
Oh my god,
Whatever
insane.
that creature was, its telepathic force was unlike anything I've ever encountered. It must be the source of the Absolute.
Dislocated shoulder. Man, what an insane scene. I hope my shoulder isn't dislocated for the rest of the time.
The sound of flesh echoes from further away, retreated beyond your reach.
Okay, I'm still so curious to see what happens if we just submit. And then I will load the save. I just want to see what happens. Just gonna end it with 2 dislocated shoulders, aren't we? You first.
I am. We are.
A pause.
Show yourself. What are you really?
I am the chain they will use to bind this world. Come, become.
Enough of this! Release yourself!
Okay, I'm scared. Submit. become.
Careful. It nearly had you.
Every bit as disgusting as the first time.
Oh. Oubliette. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, 'cause she didn't jump over there. Okay. So that's another way to get down underneath. Okay, cool. Okay, and on that insane note, I think I'm gonna have to end this episode here. That was, man, I think easily my favourite episode so far. Starting off with all the Gale stuff, and then all the awesome lore, and getting Minthara as a companion and stuff. Man, I've absolutely loved this. I'm just loving this game more and more as it goes on. Yeah, next time we'll, I guess we'll explore the lands outside Moonrise Towers and see if we can start heading up there to get the artifact and stuff. And we'll see what's up this ladder as well. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.